Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo. Then we can be assured that other nations will not treat America with respect, the respect that we deserve.
What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video. And today we kind of have a major breaking news thing out of the state of New York. Again, I made a video on New York a couple days ago saying that Democrats, they weren't going to lose a race. There's no chance it was happening. Republicans, weren't going to win it. Sure, they may do better than expected, but I don't see them winning it. Well, this recent news from a certain former governor of the state of New York may make things very, very, very interesting. Now, before I forget, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yes. So, this is major news. Again, I'm not going to talk on New York 24/7. Again, I still think Democrats are the favorites here by a lot. But the point is this, Andrew Cuomo is pretty much saying he's thinking of running for governor again. And I'm not saying that he's going to run as a Democrat. No. There's a serious chance he's forming his own party and running as an independent. What is 2022? I mean, what? He may seriously attempt a comeback as a third-party candidate. That's what I'm hearing. That's what even Cuomo himself said. I'm very interested in running for governor again. Now, again, I'm not saying Cuomo should run because he is an awful governor. He was an awful governor of the state of New York. A lot of bad things happened during his time as governor. However, his unpopularity is so bad, right, that he actually has a legitimate chance of even winning the Democrat primary. Yeah, you heard that right. Even with all this unpopularity with Cuomo, he's not that liked anymore. All that stuff. He's still only down by 4 points against the hooch for the governorship, according to a primary poll conducted by Emerson. Again, Emerson, either hit or miss. They're either spot on or just go away. Shoot, you don't make any sense. But the point is this. They have Cuomo only down by 4. Reminder, he is very, very, very unpopular in the state of New York. He's still in striking distance of winning the primary. Now, I don't think he's going to run. The other thing they said was, he may be forming his own party. That may be the smart move for him. Also smart for the Republicans. Because here's the reason. Cuomo's most likely not going to get the nomination. If he decides to run, you would see a lot of these other candidates, drop their nomination attempts, drop everything. They would all endorse the hooch. There's no way they would allow Cuomo to be the nominee again. But the point is this. He's getting 33% of the freaking Democrat vote, according to this poll. And you look into it more, he's getting almost 60% of black Democrats. That's pretty much saying he's winning like 60% of Democrats statewide. Now, again, I'm not saying, Cuomo's going to run or not, but he's hinting that he may actually do this. And if he decides to run as a third-party candidate, I turn this race from safe Democrat to maybe likely Democrat. That may sound nuts, but keep reading this. 59% of all black Democrats, again, that's essentially all Democrats statewide, would say he would support Cuomo. And you keep looking at this. It's a lot of good stuff for the Republicans. Again, Lee Zeldin is going to be the nominee. He's a good candidate. He's good for the Trump base, but at the same time, he's good for the more independent type of voters. And again, the hooch is not that popular. I mean, Governor Hooch's approval ratings 41% disapprove and 40% approve. You take that into account, and again, that's a lot of freaking people saying they are disapproving of the hooch. The same thing we saw in yesterday's polls. You add all this up and you realize you have one of the most unpopular candidates ever running as a potential third-party candidate that is going to get more Democrat voters. At the same time, the hooch, the incumbent governor, is below 40% approval. Again, she's only at 40%. Again, you keep looking at this, it's like, okay, this is starting to look better and better for Republicans by the day. If Republicans, have a brain, they would just want Cuomo to run. Be like, hey, Cuomo, buddy, please run. We'll totally vote for you. We're not gonna vote for him. Just make sure he runs. That's essentially what Republicans in New York have to do. And again, it's one of those things that if he runs, it goes from safe Democrat to likely, potentially even lean Democrat. And you know why? This is going to hurt Democrats big time, right? Again, maybe saying, oh, well, the poll only shows, 33% of Democrats voting for him. Or like, oh, that's just a poll. It may be bad and stuff like that. Here's the thing, though. Look at this map here. Go to Long Island, Suffolk County. Again, I'm not saying it correctly, Again, my pronunciating of counties is impossible. I can pronounce all these random counties in Wisconsin, but I can't pronounce anything in freaking New York. But you get the point. So you have Long Island, voted for Trump by basically like 10 votes. In 2018, yes, in a blue wave year, Cuomo still won it by 5. And the national environments from 2018 to 2020, while more Republican than 2018, still was significantly more Democrat than usual. So you take that into an account, Cuomo does significantly better than Democrats in the New York area. I mean, look at Staten Island or Richmond County. Again, I don't know why they don't just call it Staten Island. That's really the name of it. Trump's up by 15 here. He won it by 15. Cuomo won this county by 1.5. And you look at places like Queens, Kings, the Bronx. Cuomo is getting basically max turnout at the same time max support from all the New York counties. I mean, you look at Biden. Look at King County or Queens County. He got 72% here. Cuomo got 79%. Again, you keep adding this into effect. I know this is a blue wave year. This was a blue wave year in 2018. And we are going into a red wave year in 2022. And again, governor's races are significantly different from presidential races. But the governorship in New York is usually more closer statewide than it is for presidential races. Now, there is one thing, though. Cuomo does underperform in random counties. I mean, you look at Erie County. He won this place by 7. By 7, and Trump won it by 15. It's like, or Biden won it by 15. This was a blue wave year. He only won it by 7. Place like Monroe County, again, same deal. Trump got clobbered here by 21%. So these are the counties that Cuomo will, not suck up that much support from. He will, however, suck up a lot of support from this part of the state here, Suffolk, Westchester, Rockland, Nassau, all of that. So this is what Republicans need. They need to get Trump margins in the New York area, Staten Island. You got to win by 15. You got to get perfect margins in Queens, Kings, etc. At the same time, you got to do better than Trump in the rurals. Yeah, I know this is a bit misleading because some of these counties, I think they shifted a lot more Democrat because the entire Northeast did. But still, he lost places like Essex. That shouldn't happen. And Republicans won this in 2018, so they have to win all these counties here. And at the same time, they have to do good in Monroe, Erie, even Albany. Albany has a decent amount of votes. Not a lot, but again, you just can't get clobbered in these counties. So that's how Republicans can win. At the same time, they need Cuomo, right, to suck up a lot of votes in Queens, Bronx, and Kings County. Those are the big ones for the Democrats. Even places like Long Island. If Cuomo takes away like 5-10% from the Long Island area, which he may take more because for some reason that's where he's most popular in New York. It's a Long Island area. Well, to put it this way, Republicans may have a new governor if he does that good in the Long Island area, but also pretty good in the Queens, Bronx, all that good stuff. And again, I'm not saying Republicans are going to win this race. I'm just saying this is how Republicans can win New York if Cuomo was run as a third-party candidate. Now, if he got the nominee, I think Republicans win this outright. I mean, I just personally think there's way too many people that despises Cuomo. I think the party would be split in 2 in the state. And again, that may sound crazy, but you'd probably see another like Green Party candidate enter the race and like get a lot of the Cuomo vote or the more Democrat, progressive vote because they don't necessarily like the guy. And yeah, so that's how Republicans could potentially have a new governorship. Not saying it's going to happen. Again, it all depends what Cuomo does. If he doesn't run, doesn't do anything, safe Democrat. If something strange happens, well, this scenario could happen. Red New York, if that actually happens, I'm not saying it will, that will just be the ice on the cake of 2022. It also proved that California is the dumpster fire of the nation. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.